night, good evening. Well, I don't know what city, I don't know what time zone you're living in. Welcome to the Divine Channel. Welcome to a Divine Entity. Welcome to Divine Ego. Thank you for coming to this video for another great delivery towards your divine perspective. Understand, we got a great one today. And I'm just looking at it because many people are saying that this is disturbing or a disturbing testimony. What's disturbing is your closed-minded ways are so closed-minded that you're disturbed by somebody's testimony that they were born with or what they learned through their belief system. And because their testimony goes against your belief system, you want it to be disturbing to fit your narrative because you're closed-minded. You can't understand an awakened being. Not knowing he's a sellout, of course, we got to put facts where facts. He's a sellout, yes, but people who are still sellouts, because what is a sellout? People who are sellouts can still grow in their spiritual journey. So it doesn't justify it to be right or wrong to judge somebody else's walk of life when you can't even see what kind of walk of life that you're walking on. How can you see when you're so fixated on somebody else believing what they think is God, not knowing God is just consciousness? And that's the problem with society. People always want to get upset or mad because somebody loves on God a different kind of way. Some people don't even call God God, and you're mad because somebody doesn't worship God just like the way you do. It's like, and what's crazy, most people who are watching this will probably call their God God. It's like, you might as well just worship Satan if you want to call God a basic ass title like God. You're just mocking it. You're mocking consciousness. You're mocking yourself. So by doing that, it's no one's either right nor wrong to justify how to worship God. Once you know that you are already the reflection of the Most High, what are you worshiping God for when you are the reflection of God? Why would God need to worship God? Why would God need to pray to itself? Why does God need to meditate on what it already knows? So it's like, why are people who are religious, why are people who are satanic, why are you mad because somebody is speaking to you from their third eye? Why are you mad that they're speaking from spirit? Are your demons that hurt that they can't comprehend consciousness through an ego perspective? That's what we came down to as a society. We're mad that Kevin Gates tells us that Jesus is not the way, and he's not wrong for saying that. But he's wrong for saying that. He's not wrong for saying that, but he's wrong for saying that. It's common sense. This shit shouldn't have been lost, but it's lost for a reason. And people want to say, oh yeah, Jesus is going to come back, the second coming of Christ. The fuck are you talking about? He never left you. It's already there. Therefore, Jesus is never coming back. What is the second coming? When was the first coming? Why are there numbers upon the arrival time of consciousness when it's already here? Why are we believing ideologies? Why do we care about other people's ideologies? Because it doesn't fit our own and we get mad about it? You're enslaved to his ego. He got you right where he wants you. You fell for the bait. Welcome to the Matrix.
Thank you for all the blessings which you bestowed upon us in this life and in the hereafter. That you forgive us for all our sins, we forgive those who sin against us. Be with each and every brother and sister all over the world, all living species, those lost, found, incarcerated.
If he does say some bullshit, we're going to have to pause it and we're going to have to use logic to his discernment. We got to use discernment so that we can help guide our people. That's the best way for us to learn. If we don't correct the wrongdoings with our own righteousness, by knowing that it's not righteous, we have to understand what we're really coming here to do. We are coming here to evolve each other in our minds. Take everything he says with a grain of salt, including myself. I'm neither right nor wrong.
Free. Anything that's uplifting to anybody today that come from me, let it be to you, be from you alone. And anything that triggers anybody or make anybody upset, let me be fully responsible for it being the shaitan. Me.
I mean,
I got the chills.
all right, it's Hot 97, #1 for hip hop is TT Torres, and of course, it is a takeover with Kevin Gates. What a beautiful opening, Kevin. I've never had an artist do an opening prayer before an interview. I love that energy. Amazing. Thank you for that.
not me.
It's God speaking through you.
I don't even like to say that, but I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I make mistakes. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the Creator. I'm just in a relaxed state right now. I ain't worked out. I feel just really relaxed. Peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think God understands that we all are humans, and I think we're on this
I
earth.
to be honest with you,
Yeah.
I'm human like.
Speak to that a little bit more.
I mean,
That was a
A little
good.
bit more.
That was good though. Human-like. For one, people who, if you think that you're a human being, you are enslaved to the human concept. So what he's about to say, because I haven't even watched this video before, but he's finna tell himself, he's finna tell the masses, he's not even a human. Because for you to think that you're a human, you are limiting your own belief system upon who you really are. So you will remain humble, but not knowing you need to shine your light for who you really are and what you're bringing your light upon this world to do, because you're a divine being. Your consciousness, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So you can say that you're a human being, but you'll be lying to yourself. You are the universe rejecting who you really are, God.
Message!
I mean, it's what it is. I'm human like. But I could do things that we immortals can't do. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm better than nobody. It just means that I'm held to a greater responsibility.
Yeah.
That's why my consequences always be more severe. You're more.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that.
And that's the thing. As you're developing spiritually, no matter what you do, no matter what you're preaching, your karma will be, it will unfold 10 times more, because you know what you know. And the fact that you're going against what you know in a negative light, you're gonna have to pay for that. That's why he said that.
I understand that to a level. I understand for me, how I visualize it is that, you know, we're all put on earth for a greater purpose, and it's up, and time defines that purpose.
I asked to come to this dimension. I asked.
When he's saying that, asking is meaning like, before you come here, before birth, you have a soul contract. Literally, that's why we make the videos on soul contracts, because you come here for a reason. Meaning that you're offering yourself, you're sacrificing yourself on a higher perspective to sacrifice yourself on a lower perspective in hell. Meaning that you're going to give birth to yourself through your mother, to give life right back into yourself again, so that you can experience what this world is about, which is why you came down here. But many people get so fixated on this lifestyle and the materialistic things that this world presents that they forget where they come from, or they get lost. That's why people will say, don't forget where you come from when you get too high on the pedestal in the physical realm, or when you start being infatuated, or you start lusting after things that are worldly or fleshly desires. Yeah, that's where that saying comes in from, because you're not from this world. So meaning, like he's saying, you have to ask to be here, literally. Like, that's why free will is not a thing. It's just choices. Your spirit chooses to come down here for a reason. That's exactly why she mentioned purpose. Because what is it? You have multitudes of purpose, sis.
So that I could be better than the angels.
Wow.
I asked so that I could be elevated in rank. The angels, the Almalika, that's really the name for them. Angels, that's just some shit like on the wall, white wings, and all that. They don't even look like that.
Wow.
I don't even know why I'm saying this right now. Like, I don't even talk like this, but it just came out. So I'm just like,
Because it's do you feel do you feel?
sometimes when you get impulsed, it don't be the message for you, it be for somebody else to hear. So there may be somebody that just needs to hear that. I don't know. I mean, anybody who listening who feel like it's fictitious in nature, please don't believe me. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in it.
Yeah. But I love the fact that you're not fearful to speak in that sense. You know, whether people understand
I
it or
have
not.
to. Or I'm gonna get sick.
Physically.
Yeah, my throat chakra gonna clog up and it's gonna affect my vessel.
Great point. Throat chakra right here. Meaning that if you do not speak up for what you believe in, if you don't speak up for yourself, or if you don't speak up for other people's selves as well, then you are doing yourself a disservice, and you are literally going to poison yourself, and you're going to kill yourself slowly but surely, and you're going to suppress your feelings, and you're going to silence your feelings because you feel like, one, you're probably an overthinker, and two, you probably think that people don't give a fuck about what you have to say or how you feel. So because of that, you keep it to yourself, but you're literally killing yourself once again. You might as well just drink. You might as well just drink alcohol or put a gun to your head. If you're gonna keep quiet and hold your tongue, put a gun to your head. You're doing the exact same thing. There's no difference. You have a voice for a reason. You have a throat pause for a reason. Like, you have a consciousness for a reason. Do not be scared to speak up about what you know. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you bloom into who you are meant to be. And who you are being is who you are becoming. So who are you becoming when it's just you, God? Speak up.
I don't speak the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to say that just now, but it's just what it is right now.
But I understand it. I understand it from a spiritual sense. I really understand it. So I get it. Now, do you believe in the power of God, or do you believe that God is fictional, or do you believe in that?
Do you believe in the power of God? I believe in the power of frequency, yes. Is God fictional? Yes. God is a title placed upon a fictional being that doesn't exist, but it exists spiritually and physically. So you can actually see it, but it's so transparent, you won't see it right in front of you because that's how bright it is. It's so bright, we look at it every day and we still are blind to its presence when it's right there in front of us. It presents itself daily and we still have yet to receive the frequency of God.
There's a God. I don't believe in shit. I know that there's a God, but a lot of pastors get mad with me when I say that God not just a man sitting on the throne like King Dingaling with the biggest dick in the world. That's not God.
It isn't.
God is a man and a woman together.
Consciousness, divine masculine, divine feminine. That's why we call him Elohim, Allah. You can call it God, whatever you want. But once you know the divine masculine and feminine of consciousness, then you begin to understand who the creator really is.
They are one.
They are one.
They are the creator, the whole divine energy and the sacred
Law of divine oneness. Look that up. Study your laws.
energy together.
I believe in
Our
that.
creator. I mean, Mother Earth, water, sky, everything is important.
What I don't understand is how can people not believe?
It's beautiful.
Because they don't believe in themselves. But the thing is, though, it's a great thing for ignorance to reject itself, because if an ignorant person doesn't know the truth to their own ignorance, then it's like they won't live in bliss anymore. So an ignorant person has to be okay with being stupid, because that's heaven for them. Their hell is their heaven, which is why when you're awake, your hell is your heaven as well. Your heaven is your hell, because you want to have peace so bad. You want to be in your own solitude. You want to help people awaken, but you can't save everybody, nor can you save people who don't want to be helped.
But they don't. I wish I did. I wish I could be like how Neo was, stuck in the Matrix and just walking around having fun, everything hunky-dory. Because once you walk this path, it's impossible to go back and try to do the shit that you've been doing. I mean, I tried, but I don't really fit in.
Because
That's why ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss for a reason, because if you are ignorant to your own blissfulness, then you won't be scared of the truth that reality or the simulation presents to itself. That's why people are okay with being asleep in their own universal dream.
and once you know, you're awoke. You know better. You do better when you are in this universe.
I've been to heaven.
Believe me when I say
I'm in pain.
And somebody's going to say he's been to heaven. Somebody's going to say he's lying on that part. And you can say like it's a contradiction because he's already in heaven right now. So If you have a near-death experience, an NDE, you can still go to heaven as well. Once you get to heaven, it's just an observer effect. There is no heaven. So meaning he went inside of his mind and he was able to see from a higher point of view. That's what we would call heaven, because it's so high above our heads. It's beyond the clouds. It's beyond the stratosphere. It's beyond all the cosmic realms, all the ether realms, all the Sirian star system realms that you want to think about or you can't think about. Beyond these dimensions of reality, there is a heaven where other higher beings meet at. These are nothing but serious systems of meetings, of meeting places for different entities to come through and coexist with each other and communicate on what to do next. So he's about to explain his way of heaven, if you want to call it that, I guess. If you want to call bliss heaven, then cool.
I've been to heaven before, or what people call heaven.
Describe what that's like.
The scariest thing in the world.
Really?
Yep. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And the gravitational pull, when you there, it forces your face on the ground. Every head shall bow and every tongue shall confess.
Yes.
We're not talking about that Jesus Christ shit. I ain't talking about that shit, that Bible shit. That's bullshit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking.
And that's a fact. The Bible is bullshit. If you want to waste your time, read the Bible, because all you're doing is you're reading false ideologies of figures that never existed. It's just that simple. If you type in all the biblical figures in the Bible, they're going to come up a different skin color. Why is that? Because that lets you know who created your history for you to read. And guess what? It sold your ignorance right back to you, and you bought it because it's the Bible, the best book in the whole world. What are you reading? Why are lies the best? Why are lies presented as the best book in the whole world? How did lies save society? If you read the Bible and you believe everything in the Bible, you are literally walking off a cliff. That's why the Bible and church was made, to make sure that you walk off a cliff and you can reincarnate right back from your death.
Really seeing God. I'm not talking about Jesus Christ being God. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when you sit with your creators.
Wow.
But I'm not saying Jesus Christ in a negative way, because my Muslim name is Jesus, Isa.
Yeah.
May peace be upon him. But I'm not talking about no polytheistic religion. I'm talking about one God. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Understand that. So,
Yeah, one God, one creator.
so when you had that experience, were you conscious? Did you feel every
Just
bit
like
of that?
he was realer than me and you sitting in this room. I ain't talking about no I did drugs and went off and had a vision. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about from...
If you ain't do drugs, why you mention it? Just told on himself right there. He was doing psychedelics. That's the best way to catch a liar in their own lie. If you mention a projection, the first part of your sentence, if the first part of your sentence is denial, they told on themselves. Why did you mention drugs? Why? If you don't do drugs, why mention it? Told on himself. He literally does psychedelics. It's not that hard to comprehend.
Me, my body, right there.
Yeah.
At the throne of God, like 2 days in a row. This happened.
Wow.
During that time when I was fasting. First time I was there, I saw it was like ambassadors from every species. That's why I don't just say all brothers and sisters and all living species, because it was like every living species. I seen things that could have killed me, crushed me, but they were scared. They had their head bowed. I never saw what they looked like. I just saw like the silhouette of it, and I was scared to death because it was new. I ain't understand it.
Yeah.
And the second time I went, they had lifted up, and I sat where they were sitting. And it was like they had bestowed a responsibility on me
And what was that responsibility?
to live in my spirit and truth.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day. And I'm gonna make a bunch of new mistakes tomorrow. But that's the mission, to help people.
Yeah.
Silent workers of compassion.
And what does that look like for you, like helping people?
What you saying right now.
Yeah.
Advil liquid gels provide pain relief that is...
Being a sellout is called helping people. It just comes with a price tag on it.
People that have been through all kind of trauma, which is me speaking about my molestation and how it made me very violent. And anytime a predator that I catch one, I'm trying to do you something. It like why? Like it I talked about that publicly. That ain't letting no man talk about.
Yeah.
Since I talked about that, people come up to me and cry every day.
Yeah.
I went through the same thing.
Do you know how many people in our community suffer in silence?
Yeah, I was suffering in silence, but I was suffering in silence from a lot of things because it programmed you not to talk.
Yeah.
It programmed you not to speak on it.
Yeah.
It programmed you from a child.
And that's what trauma does too, because these demonic forces, they place this energy upon us so that we don't get to speak our truth, because nobody will believe you, right? If you just come out the blue saying what happened to you, most people won't be able to comprehend that, and they won't want to hear that because it probably happened to them. And because nobody listens to them, they will want the same thing to happen to you. So you see how the domino effect keeps working. You know how generational curses keep working. That's exactly why predators exist like this, and apists, molesters, all these things, they exist for that exact reason, to stain your spirit, because somebody stained their spirit the exact same way. So all they're doing, they're just literally causing a situation upon your effect, and your mind will be affected by their cause. So what would be your action? To do to somebody else, or to allow it to suppress your life to where you won't be able to express your feelings, the way you feel, the way you think, the way you talk to people, the way you're silencing your own truth. It's like you're basically you're digging your own ditch, and you're just preparing yourself to lay in it, just alive and all, because you don't know what else to do, because you don't know what really, you don't know what the fuck happened. Your ego can't even comprehend what happened, because it happened so sporadically. It happened just unfortunately. Like, what the fuck did I just go through? That's what demons do.
That's just like most chosen ones, indigo children, like special people go through that, because pedophilia is a spirit. That's the way they abstract energy.
Literally.
It's like they got women that practice seizure magic. Like, if I release my semen in her womb, it'll stay alive 3 days. She could will whatever she want into existence off the power of my life force.
Of that energy.
Yeah, like God.
It's interesting that you are...
I don't know why I'm saying all this stuff.
No, but I understand it. I understand it probably in more ways than I can probably express it to you. I remember going through a fast many years ago, and I don't speak about this a lot to a lot of people because they don't really understand it. And I felt God's presence, like I can see, I can touch. I felt that spirit in a way that was just comforting, and understanding what that responsibility is when you know.
Like the Holy Spirit that people be talking about, that's you. Your spirit is holy. It was created by God. God is the creator.
Yeah.
I want to pray to who Jesus prayed to. He prayed to.
And who did Satan pray to? Himself.
Absolutely. Do you believe in having to go through Jesus in order to get to Christ?
The 10 people that subscribe to the Bible, the 10 Commandments say you should have no other God but one. In Proverbs 8, she say, "Our wisdom was here before the earth was. I was with God." She say, "Daily I was His delight, and we were one." Master craftsman, wisdom, a woman.
And people are going to say that's disturbing. It literally says in the commandment, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." But they tell you to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. They tell you, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." But they tell you to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And what's crazy, if Jesus was here right now, the reflection of His and her spirit will tell you, "Don't worship me. I'm like you. You will do greater works than me." So why are we worshiping a deity that is literally a reflection of you? Jesus never even existed. And people will hate to hear that shit because they can't comprehend that story. People believe in ideologies that come from closed-minded opinions. People will love to hear that story because it makes them believe in miracles that don't exist. You are the miracle that does not exist. You're existing right now. That story they came up with does not exist. Why is that? They made it that way to harvest your energy and your enlightenment. If you believe that you are enslaved to the European Enlightenment, not only that, you're enslaved to fallen angels simulation.
Oh, I mean, the sacred, holy, divine the Holy Divine Femininity. She said we was one. Man marry a woman, they become one.
You become one.
And they asked Jesus Christ, because I used to be conflicted because my mom a Christian, Catholic, whatever they found, like my grandmother them Catholics and all that, and my daddy, he a Muslim, so I was conflicted. So I had to read about it. And they asked Jesus, they asked him, did he come to do away with the old law? He said, no, I kind of fulfilled it. That you may have life and have it more abundantly. So if he said that, then they asked him countless times, like, good master, could you tell us how to get that? Why you call me good? It's nothing good but one. One.
Yeah.
Don't, like, that's literally, like, there's no point in him having disciples. There's no point in people praising themselves. Stop praising celebrities because you're just praising what you don't know. You are your celebrity. You are Jesus. You are Yahshua. You are the reflection of God, but you're not Almighty God, but you're the reflection of it in a lower perspective. So once you are idolizing people, you are literally worshiping what you don't know. So you will literally indicate that as Satan. Don't have other idols. Literally, it's a commandment. People disobey that every single day. That's why you've been forgiven.
Like he was born of a virgin because it was a miracle. That was a miracle. That was the power of God. He did nothing without God's permission. And then people always never listen to this part. He said, you all would do greater things than that. This power will come from the Creator, from the Father. So,
did you have...
They got people doing way greater shit than that. You would just call it magic and all that. They got people that heal the sick. They got people that do that. Our grandmothers go outside, put their hands on you, pray over you.
Pray over you all the
these
time.
Things,
Yeah.
the same things he did. I done watch old people do. Like, so, I mean, people could say I'm crazy, I'm weird. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not indoctrinated.
But you don't subscribe to those.
And when he said that I'm not indoctrinated, meaning like if you believe in all these ideologies that religion came up with, or the government or the school system, you are programmed to their own illusion. So you are delusional to their illusion. So not only that, you are lost in your own ways and their ways. So they have trapped you to keep coming back here and to accept their death that they place upon your ego.
Philosophies.
No, I believe in God.
Right. So
I don't believe in all that old extra shit. I just believe in God. I know what I saw. I know what I see.
Mm-hmm. To get to this level that you're at, was there a process of surrendering for you to say, okay, God?
Not eating is surrendering.
Yeah.
I just was always taught that when I want something, like really, really bad, I don't eat, I fast. And just pray. My grandmother taught me how to fast. Don't eat nothing. Don't tell nobody what you're doing. Keep it a secret. And fast. The power is in keeping it secret.
It's discipline. Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with no discipline. No. I am not me by myself. I can't go 3 days without eating. But with the power that the Creator give me to be closer, I can go.
So how did you know? Okay, this is my purpose and music.
I don't know my purpose. I don't. I just found my mission. Once a man meets his mission, he and his mission become one. Because I done did all the fucked up shit you could think about doing. The fucked up shit people trying to do, I done forgot about. Because I done did it already. I done been a crash dummy, a goofy. I done been everything you could think of. So, like, I speak from experience. When I talk.
Yeah.
I don't see the world how everybody else sees. That's like when people, like, the most offensive thing somebody could tell me is that I'm black. That's not what I am. I don't subscribe to.
It's a great point of view as well, because he's basically saying, if you call yourself black, you are delusional to their illusion. They called us black because they're literally mocking us by calling us deaf. That's what black literally means. And on top of that, before there was light, there was darkness. So they're literally mocking you again with your history, because before the sun was even a thing, it was literally nothing but abyss. It was nothing but bliss, literally. And as he's saying that, by somebody calling you black, you should take offense to that, because you're not black. You're literally, if you were to say what skin color are you as you transcend, your body stays in what? A coffin, or you would put it in a furnace and you'll probably get ashes, you'll put in a little vase or whatever, people keep it. You got two other options, either or you get eaten by a megalodon, or you get swallowed by a whale shark, whatever, who gives a fuck, right? It's like, at the end of the day, when you transcend into a higher divinity, your skin color is everything and nothing. So you're transparent. Like, you can see right through yourself. You look at your skin color, your energy. So you'll be energy looking at yourself through a consciousness aspect, but you won't have a physical frame to comprehend that frame of mind that you'll be in on a heavenly insight.
Indoctrination.
What do you subscribe to?
I mean, African people come from Africa. So Chinese people come from China. Ain't no continent called black.
Yeah.
Like, we are the indigenous people to this land. Like, this land, the pyramids here are hundreds of years older than the pyramids in Egypt. This was the new world to the people that just came over here. It was always so.
Yeah. And I believe in that. How did you find your love for music? Where did that come from?
I grew up in a musical household, like my.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we don't care about none of that. I just wanted to hear the important parts about your relationship with the Most High. But other than that, though, these were great points. You know, hopefully somebody, not even hopefully, because why is God hoping good upon your life? Makes no sense, right? So I know that this guided you towards a different perspective upon how you see the world, and this is how you see the divine creator. And you can watch this video on your own, but these is a great perspective on how you see the reflection of the Most High and how you see yourself. So don't get offended by what you don't know. Just do your own research. You have a library inside of your DNA. It's in your genetic code. So why are you getting mad when people have accessed what you don't know? Do some homework. Put some work in. Don't be mad. Stop being mad at your laziness. Stop procrastinating. Get the fuck up. Let's get to work. I love you. Have a great, wonderful day, God.